Hello everybody, Happy New Year and welcome to December favourites. I haven't done anything in well over a week and a half and so my brain is still on go slow. I got rather addicted to a TV series called Elementary. I don't know whether you've watched it. It's like the US version of Sherlock. So it's all about Sherlock Holmes and solving murder mysteries and things like that. And I've done 24 episodes in 6 days. So I'm feeling a little bit kind of out of the loop with the world. But anyway, I've got lots of nice favourites to show you this month. I'm going to start off with the lipstick that I'm wearing, which is one of the Tom Ford matte lipsticks. Tom Ford always completely divides people because it is so expensive. But the lipsticks are one area where I really think they're very much worth, if not worth money, it's really hard to ever say worth the money, but where they are like truly luxurious and amazing quality. And I'm wearing the matte lipstick in Flame today, which I've been wearing quite a lot. But it wasn't actually this lipstick that I wanted to show you. It was the new little ones that have been bought out, which are called Lips and Boys. Is it Lips and Boys or Boys and Lips? Lips and Boys. And they're basically smaller versions. They come in loads of different shades. Brilliant kind of handbag size, not that normal lipsticks aren't handbag size. But I suppose the selling point with these will be that the full-size lipsticks are so expensive. These might be a little bit more affordable, but they're still a lot. Hello! Do you want to come and be in my favourites video? You're not just my December favourite, you're every month's favourite. Dexter is actually one of my December favourites because he really was very poorly and kind of almost died. He had something wrong. Where are you going? He had something wrong with his neck. His esophagus got punctured and then it all became really infected. And he was ill for ages and he was away for a whole week in the hospital. So I'm glad that he's back and it was all really sad. So he really made Christmas amazing this year because it was just so nice to have him back. Wasn't it, Dex? So yeah, another December favourite. Let's have a look. Much better than lipsticks. This I've been using loads. I'm actually onto a new bottle of this and about a third of the way through this one. It's the Be Lovely Bath and Shower Gel from Burt's Bees, Neil's Yard Remedies. And I just really like it because it is quite moisturising. It's a gel. It's not one of those creamy textured ones, but it doesn't dry your skin out at all. Another body care product here, we've got Pit Rock. Now, a while back I did some research into deodorants. I'm still kind of on the fence about what I think about the certain ingredients that are in them. But I decided anyway to switch my deodorant for most of the time to one that didn't have the parabens in and the aluminium. Pit Rock doesn't have either of those in. I started off with the roll-on, but I did find that with the roll-on, the ball kept getting jammed in the thing. It really annoyed me. So now I've got the spray, so it's just a normal spritz like that. I'm not a particularly sweaty person, I have to say, so it's not like I've done hardcore testing on this, but it seems to do a good job of kind of keeping you from being sweaty, and doesn't particularly smell of anything. I don't know whether it's even scented with... Oh no, fragrance free, there you go. Oh, I can't believe I wasn't doing this first. Okay, so if you've been following me for a while, or at least since September, you'll know that I have bought out a dry shampoo range. It's called CoLab, and this has had the most phenomenal response because this is a sheer invisible dry shampoo, so there's no residue or that kind of chalkiness, or you know when it makes your hair look white. There's none of that with this one, but you still get that lovely refreshed feeling. It's great for just kind of zhuzhing up your roots when you've got day-old or 2-day-old hair or more. But we listened to some feedback because some people actually like a little bit more residue, but a bit more of that oomph that you get in your roots where you can really rub it in and get a little bit more volume. And so, new launch, you won't have heard about this at all because it's top secret, but obviously it's mine, so I get to talk about it first. Extreme Volume, which comes out so soon. I don't think it's going to be out by the time this video goes live tonight, but I shall put the dates and everything below. But this This is Tokyo version. You can see it's got slightly different packaging. Hold on, let's compare it. So that's Sheer Invisible, and this one is the Extreme Volume. So you can see it's slightly different packaging. So you can tell them apart quite easily. I actually really like this new packaging, but they're completely different products, really, because this one has more of a residue. It's got that bulk to it that really makes your roots have that kind of matte effect that you can really get your fingers into and get that volume going. So it does have a residue, whereas the other one, the whole thing about it was that it was invisible. But I have to say that the residue is still finer and less than in most of the other brands I've tried. So I'm really pleased with this. And I'm cutting in a little demonstration of me using it now for you, for your delight. So very excited about this. You'll be hearing a lot more about it, but that is it for now because it's not actually out yet. So it's just a little bit of a teaser. Oh, staying on hair is the wet brush. If you find that your hair gets really knotty after you've washed it and combing through it is a real palaver, or you don't like using a normal brush because it breaks your hair, this is amazing. You've probably heard of the Tangle Teaser already. Have I got a Tangle Teaser here? So that's the Tangle Teaser. Look, rigid. There's kind of no spring to that base. It's not like a normal hairbrush. And then you've got these bristles that are varying lengths and they kind of pick their way through the knots. Absolutely brilliant. However, this one has kind of cushioning on the base and it just seems to work in a different way. Detangles really well. They both detangle amazingly. So if you've never tried one of these special detangling brushes, highly recommend it. But this one just seems to have a more comfort feel to it, if you know what I mean. So I've been using this loads and loads, and I shall link to that below. Oh, this is amazing if you've never tried this. Have you tried this? The Elemis Jasmine and Rose Milk Bath. Not my usual type of thing because I like luxury aromatherapy oils in my bath usually, but I have to say that you get an amazing amount of scent out of this for very little milk added to the bath. I love it. I've used up my massive bottle. I had a huge 500ml one. Sadly that's gone, and now I'm on to my sample size one. Next thing on my list is the Chanel Perfection Lumiere Velvet Foundation. This is in the shade 20 Beige, and I've probably used this more than any other foundation over the last few months. I just think it's brilliant. It's so compact the way it's packaged. I'm almost through actually, that scares me. It's just so good to carry around with you, you know, no heavy glass or anything like that. And the actual makeup itself has got this matte velvety finish, but it doesn't feel tight or chalky or drying. Saying that, if you've got very dry skin, it's not, I don't think, the most ideal foundation. It's slightly better if you've got combination to perhaps oily skin, because it does have a matte finish, albeit a lovely kind of glowing matte finish. However, step into the ring, another one of my favourites, which is Lancome's The Base Pro in Hydra Glow, which I've been using because my skin over the winter does get a bit drier in patches, and I've been using this loads. It's a new launch, I think. I hope it's out already, otherwise I'm going to be teasing you. And it says illuminating primer. I actually think it's more of a plumping, youth infusing primer, because it just has this really nice gel texture, or kind of cream gel texture, that feels like one of those gorgeous bouncy moisturisers. To be fair, it's probably the same kind of thing, isn't it? Just in a smaller tube. But I do find that it works very, very well under foundation, just to give it that extra bit of bounce and kind of healthy, youthful pizzazz. You can tell that I haven't filmed in ages, can't you? This was my homemade DIY Christmas gift that I made. Well, not for anyone in particular, but I just did it for a blog post. And the bath salts in this jar were £4.99 or £5 maybe, and they're by Dr. Salt, and they're Himalayan pink bath salts, and I got them from Sainsbury's. And I just thought that they are worth a look. That's just a fake rose that I stuck in on top, and a big Kilner jar. But they're really, really worth a look if you love luxury bath salts, but just some of them online are so ridiculously expensive. Anyway, they're really, really good, so they're well worth checking out as a budget beauty tip. And my voice is going, so I am definitely going to go now. Make sure that you, I don't know, all the usual stuff, like, subscribe if you haven't already. Head on over to my website, have a little look around there, there's plenty to see. I'm about to change the layout on it, which is no doubt going to be disastrous, and it'll probably be out of action for the next 2 months because I'll break it. But on that happy note, I shall see you next time.